Thanks for catching In the Trenches with Dave Lapham, brought to you by First Star Logistics from our outstanding studios that they provide us. We are eternally grateful for that. I will say the Cincinnati Bengals have made some noise in free agency, a little bit more noise than I thought they would after they had the massive signing of Orlando Brown Jr. That was a big, big signing, no question about that. But they followed it up with Cody Ford. Don't sleep on this guy. 6'4", 330 pounds, 34-inch arm length. He's long, he's strong, he's played left guard, he's played right guard, he's played right tackle. Coming out of the draft, he was the 38th pick in the draft to the Buffalo Bills. Played with the Bills, played with Arizona. Now he comes to Cincinnati. He's going to be in the mix in the offensive line. I mean, he's got the versatility, position versatility. Could he get a starting job in the offensive line? He's going to fight for it. If not, he's a guy that can play multiple spots. You need that kind of depth in your offensive line, but his sights are set a lot higher than being a backup at multiple spots in the Bengals offensive line. I can tell you that right now. And then they went out and started to address the secondary. Nick Scott comes to the Bengals as a safety, 7th-round pick initially out of Penn State by the Rams, and paid his dues. He knew he had to play special teams to carve himself a niche and a role with the LA Rams, and he did that, and he did it very, very successfully. And now he's a starting safety and won Super Bowl 56 with the LA Rams against the Cincinnati Bengals, and played the safety position there and played it well. This past year, had a great year playing safety with the Bengals. He's got really good speed, very, very physical, strong tackler, doesn't miss very many tackles. When he hits them, they're on the ground. I mean, he's that type of guy at the safety position. He's got great range because of his athleticism back there at safety as well. And then, like Lou Anarumo says, you can never have enough good cover corners. And the Cincinnati Bengals went out and got one, Sidney Jones IV, two-time all Pac-10 first-team player, 6 feet, pushing 190 pounds, good-sized corner out of Washington. Second rounder coming into the draft originally to the Philadelphia Eagles, the 43rd player selected in the draft. He's played with Jacksonville, Seattle, Las Vegas Raiders, and now the Cincinnati Bengals. He's bounced around a little bit. He was with the Eagles when they won Super Bowl 52. So you have Jones, Super Bowl winner, Scott, Super Bowl winner, Brown, Super Bowl winner. I mean, the Bengals are they're drafting guys that know what it's supposed to look like and how to get there and what to do once you get there. Sidney Jones has fought some injuries. He had an Achilles injury in his pro day workout that set him back. He was a top 5 corner, 1st-round pick projection coming out of Washington. He's had some hamstring issues that have been a little bit problematic for him during his career as well. Another signing, Irv Smith Jr. Have Orlando Brown Jr. Dad played in the National Football League. Irv Smith Jr. His dad played tight end in the National Football League as well. Irv Smith Jr. won a national championship with Alabama. He was on that team, 2nd-round choice by the Minnesota Vikings coming out of college. I mean, this guy is big, can put his hand on the ground and block at the end of the line of scrimmage and make contributions in the running game, as well as if you want to use him as a pass protector. And then he can also catch the football, run routes, catch the football, and give you some support in that regard. When you have a tight end that can do both, it causes more problems. You can create more matchup potentials. When they keep base defense out there, you can get him in a mismatch in the passing game. If they go small, you can line them up at the end of the line of scrimmage, let them block smaller people, nickel and dime packages. You can create mismatches that way. A guy like Irv Smith Jr. provides some value as well. So the Cincinnati Bengals have done a pretty good job. They hit the offensive line. They hit the secondary at safety and corner, the tight end position, areas of need they've addressed in veteran free agency. And they also have the draft. And the draft fits. Good tight end draft. I think they'll obviously go in that direction. The cornerback draft is pretty deep. Like Lou Anarumo says, can never have enough good corners. They'll draft a corner. They'll draft an edge rusher. When and where, who knows? Because they're toward the back end of the draft on a round-by-round basis, because they once again advanced into the playoffs and, had themselves a good year. As a result, you don't get those high draft picks unless they pull off some sort of a trade, which I don't foresee happening. But they will get some compensatory picks for players that they lost in free agency and then players that they signed in free agency. There's some sort of a formula that the NFL calculates what they should get in compensatory picks, and I think they will get a couple of them. And they're not going to be very high draft picks necessarily, but they'll have additional draft picks to the 7 that they own. So we'll see how it all unfolds, but the Bengals making some noise in free agency.
Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realize self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Dave Lapham, and we do a podcast called In the Trenches with Dave Lapham, brought to you by First Star Logistics. And if you want to hit the like button on when you're reserving any video, that'd be a good thing to do. And if you want to subscribe and not miss any videos, make sure you do that, because we are going to try to cover the Cincinnati Bengals every way that they can be covered.